Yeah, so here we are again. Ah, I'm so happy that we're here again, Francesco.
Thank you so much for hosting this again, Stefan. Yeah, it
Yeah,
has been great.
and this time it's different because this time we do it on a weekday, on a work day. So I'm
Yeah,
curious.
because we are getting better days, so maybe you want to take some time off in the weekends. But here we are.
Yeah, here we are exactly. So how was your day so far? Um,
It has been a great day. Okay, the Docker thread like every day, like for a couple of weeks.
yeah,
I've posted a video today. This is not promotion, but you asked me. I edited that video last night, so I didn't sleep a lot.
yeah.
And yeah, that's it. Coded a bit, working on FeedIve super secret stuff.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. You teased us already online, and I'm super curious when the feature you're working on is live
we
and when
are,
you
we are.
can share all the details and
Yeah, it will be fun. It will be also great to do some content about that if we want.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
let's see.
exactly.
Let's.
That would be really cool. I mean, talking about content, you created this very good article as a kind of preparation for today's stream about how to use or how to set up a Node.js development environment with TypeScript, nodemon, and Docker.
Yeah,
And that's exactly what we're talking about today.
yeah,
And let me quickly uh,
yeah.
jump into the
And I think that yours
browser.
was on the roadmap like for it has been like this for on 3 weeks. I think it was like Zurika who asked for this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that. And then I
yeah,
started looking. To be honest, I didn't want to create this from scratch. I started creating some watching some content, watching some videos, but I
mhm,
never found what I really needed. I found some nodemon with just JavaScript and Docker.
yeah,
Okay, that's super easy.
yeah,
Other stuff, but I didn't find this. So I've just created this as a content creator. I decided to dedicate, yeah, some hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and then also I've done a live stream of me doing my own article.
yeah. Mhm.
I like this format. Maybe I like more the format when I create content online, even more because in that case I can have the music while I create, and so maybe I prefer that one.
Oh yeah, I've
But
I've seen
also,
that you did that with the music. Yeah.
yeah, that's another format. I'm trying different formats now, and I want to focus on Docker, but I'm trying different formats on YouTube because I really want to enjoy this. And then
Yeah.
I'm trying these different. I like the idea of connecting like your articles with videos. I'd like also maybe start a podcast of just myself speaking about the
Oh,
content
cool.
I create. Maybe let's see, just make some practice in English. So that's it. But yeah. So Stefan, I'm here with you. I'm sure that this works because I've tried this many times.
Yeah.
I think we need to add some custom solutions for our project because, for
Yeah,
example,
but
we'll see this.
yeah.
You can ask me any questions. I'm here for you, my friend. But I'd leave you
We
the honor to try this if you want, or I can do this, whatever
yeah.
works for you.
Um yeah, I mean let's figure out how to do this the best way. So let me just quickly by the way, you having a podcast would be really an interesting idea because I when I
I'd
go to
love.
the office at least once a week now, I listen to podcasts again. And the cool thing about podcasts is that you can you don't have to watch a screen. You don't. It's like the Twitter
I know.
Spaces thing, right?
You know,
Um,
I like, to be honest, I say because usually, of course, I copy ideas, then I convert this or I make them mine. I like the Pauline podcast.
yeah, that
So,
that one is
so
really good.
basically, just talking about something you very personal stuff, what you're doing. Basically, what I could say to you, for example, that I'm doing some conferences,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that I suck at creating slides. I can talk about something like that. Yeah, the
yeah.
graphic
That
reading.
yeah. I'm sure you're gonna find your niche there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I was just checking that the sound quality is working. So let's
Okay.
quickly jump into which one is it? This one here. No, probably this screen is better.
And by the way, Stefan, I'm really looking forward to meet you one day. I want to make a live interview with you, but I mean live.
Yeah,
not
you
just
know.
the screen. The same room, sitting on 2 chairs. Next, yeah,
that would
next
be
each other.
That's interviews on that's a new format for your interviews then. I see that you start traveling then.
But my series it's evolving now.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Who is this?
Who's this guy?
Who this? Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, this is the article, by the way, I was talking about. You can click here the sponsor button and show Francesco some love and sponsor him. So I also linked his video down in the description, so check out his channel and follow him if you haven't yet. So you have installed nodemon TypeScript in a Docker environment. I mean, it's basically the same environment we are using. So this is going to be very, very interesting. So let me check which dependencies
I can just explain briefly. Yeah, I like this kind of articles. I recently have done a lot of articles in this with this style when I try to glue different technologies together. So I don't go super in details, of course, of what TypeScript is. Just a couple of rows, some introduction. I like the step-to-step guide because this is what I'd like to have when I read articles instead of just doing random stuff. I think that maybe there could be some passages where I'm not super clear. In that case, please make me notice. The good thing of this article is that you can do everything without Docker and then add the Docker stuff. So I don't know. I think that we can just read that.
And then just see where
include because this is meant like when you get started. When you get started, you do this. We have already a project, so maybe we need to do something a little bit different. So I suggest maybe to make a commit before we do this, or maybe we have already, yes. So we need to adapt to this. Maybe we will need a different version. You can make an article about that if you want.
That could be also an interesting thing to try. So okay, let's jump right into it and let's see. I mean, we started adding nodemon, I think in one of our last sessions, if I'm not completely mistaken.
I don't think so. It wasn't me, Stefan. You cheated me.
I would never. But I think you're right. We talked about it but didn't got it working. Okay. So let me quickly copy and paste that here. The first command to install nodemon. So by the way, if you're watching and you don't know which project we're using here, what this social data dashboard is about, you can check out all the previous videos where we hosted and shared here on YouTube. I'm gonna link the videos below, but today it's not in scope to talk about that. We just wanna add nodemon here. So I see that we installed nodemon, but I'm not sure if it ever worked. So let's install the dependencies from scratch. So we need TypeScript, obviously, but we have TypeScript, but
I suggest to leave our version.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we need TS Node. I'm not sure. We have TS Node as well already. Nodemon Node, the node type.
We have Node. But I already installed that. Why do we have the dependencies installed? Dependencies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's see. Okay, so we need nodemon nodes, and as we added as a dev dependency because we don't need that in production actually. But it's let's see. Okay, so we got that installed. All right, then you added 2 or more than 1 line here. You added the main and the types. So let's see. We got main here. We can add the types because of course we're generating types. I wonder where the types go. Let me check. Let me quickly run yarn build because I think it's also in the same folder. So it should probably be build source. Let's.
I could add, for example, the yarn version of the console.
Yeah, sure.
I forgot this.
Don't worry. So we don't have
Forgive me.
we don't have the DTS file. So I think the difference to what you have done is that we haven't added declaration files here. So we could just say we want to have declaration files, and this will output. Where is it? This will output this build file. What have you done with this file with the index?
Which one?
So did you
Okay.
do something with the types later on?
Okay, let me check because I don't see the screen showed on Skype, but I don't know if that's me.
I think you just see the VS
No,
Code, right? Not the.
I don't see anything. Okay, so
let me
you
quickly
should
check.
change. Okay, so you should change the package.json types.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if this had to be included because this is just we should add, for example, what we have in our dist. Maybe in this case this is a folder, but I don't know this.
Okay, then let's just quickly, or don't let's not think about it. Let's just see.
Yeah, in this project you have just one file which is called
that's
yes,
right.
so
Yeah. So you added two new commands, right? The start and the def. So let's see. We have the start one. That's the TS node. You have that as well, and the def one. So let's jump in here. I mean,
I don't know if you want to add them in different names and keep the old ones. So it's up to you.
no. Let's see. Where legacy watch. What exactly does the legacy watch? I haven't seen that.
The legacy watch is what made me lose like 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then let's
because
yeah.
No, because I were on a Windows machine and nodemon with Docker doesn't work without that flag on Windows. So I was like following tutorials, getting mad about that, and finally I got this flag. Like, say, if you are using Windows, use this flag.
Okay.
And finally it worked. You can imagine. Yeah.
All right. Didn't know that. Thanks for. I mean.
But and maybe you can try to remove this if you're on a Mac machine. But I think it's better to have something that works.
If it works.
Everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Let's stick it if it works on other machines as well. So let's see. You then added the name. That's fair enough. We have the TS config already. We got that set up. That should probably already work. And then
it should work. I used the super basic TS config.json, so maybe ours is even better.
No, it's also simple, super simple. It's all the one we're using is also super simple. So that's.
But this is really basic. Some basic to get started.
All right. So then we need to create a nodemon JSON file.
I don't think this is a must, but maybe for nodemon masters, you can basically create here a configuration, so you don't need to add the flags when you run the command. So.
Yeah, actually, I also started using that.
Change some.
I also started using it. Because in the beginning, I remember that I added the nodemon config into package.json, but the package.json then was full of configs because you could configure chest, you can configure ESLint and everything, but I wanted to have it in different separate files so that I know what's going on.
Yeah, and also because, for example, maybe in production we really don't want to see nodemon stuff.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
For example, we could also add this to the Docker ignore. This could be a great idea. For some builds, of course.
Yeah.
But let's see.
So we're gonna watch.
I don't know if we need to change something. That index.ts file was in a SRC folder, so maybe this is great.
That's here as well, yeah.
The exec, maybe it's not. I don't know how is named our entry point file.
Yeah, it's the same. It's also in source index. Yeah, it's the same. So that is working as well. And ignore is also. I mean, we don't have any test files here yet, so it will ignore nothing. But that's okay. That's okay. And it should watch the source folder, which is perfect. I mean, that's exactly what we want to have. So let's move on. So then you created the index.ts file, you created the little Express server, that's great. We have one already, and go check out the links below to see what our current project is doing. So yeah, we have that server. Yeah, that's it. So that's the first part. Let's see if our app still runs.
We can skip everything here, I think, because we already have a kind of bigger application, I think.
Yeah, let me see if the app still works. Oh!
Yeah, maybe we could check if the app works.
Yeah, then I just realized I must do this in another in another tab, you know, this. We need to start some Docker. Oh, what's that now?
What?
It can't. Oh yeah, it can't connect to the other service that's inside the Docker service.
Exactly. This is a known issue because we are connecting to a DB, and that's normal. That's normal. If you want to use Docker, that's normal.
Yeah.
Like that, because we are doing a little bit complicated stuff, so it's normal. It's refusing to connect.
All right.
We should maybe have like a, I don't know, if you don't want to do this with Docker, you could like install this or connect with Docker using the IP.
Yeah, then that would be. But
that's
I mean, we're gonna start it in a Docker image anyway, so we can we can skip that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So then let's
keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Let's take this for granted.
Yeah, exactly. So you're talking about Docker ignore, Docker file, and Docker compose, and you have two Docker YAML files, the Docker compose.
Okay,
and
let me explain here. Let me explain here, because this is a solution that this could work. This could be done in a different ways. So we have still a Docker ignore. We have the Docker file, which is a bit different. Maybe we should change this a little bit. And then we have a couple of Docker compose. So if you scroll down a little bit, okay, the Docker ignore is pretty easy. If you scroll down a little bit, then in the Docker file, we need to change this a little bit. We can also talk about multi-stage builds if you want to make a very little introduction.
Yeah.
Basically, multi-stage builds is something that you can use to create different images starting from the same Docker file, which could sound strange in the beginning, because usually we create one Docker file, one image, and that's totally fine for a service. But if we want, for example, to create a production environment and a developer environment, and we are exactly in this use case, we could do something like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, as you can see, for example, here I don't have the number of lines, but the important stuff here is the first 4 lines, until the copy package.json. So from node 16, I've used a latest version of node, has base. So this is the name of the build or partial build, because if you see the lines, they don't have numbers, but the from base to as from,
right? Yeah,
from base dev. Yeah, this is the part that I'm talking about. So if we, so this is something that we are doing in both cases.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
The important thing is that prod and dev, because when we will have the Docker compose, we will have a target build. And the target build will build exactly different images from different Docker files, Docker compose files in this case, with different options. And do you see that here the CMD file is pretty different? Because the CMD file, we are doing CMD, TS node.
Yeah.
So yes, which is basically what we are doing now. So basically, it's like if we are now in production.
Yeah.
Because we are not using node now. That from base as dev, it runs npm run dev, which is not a super the best way to do this, but this is just for development. So it's not really a problem if you use npm as a node here. Maybe, okay, just one note. Of course, when I made this article, we could improve the npm install, installing, for example, only the dependencies on production,
Yeah.
only the dependencies on development. But the idea of this article is that, of course, you know that what you are doing, and you can edit, of course,
Yeah.
this run npm. I don't want to lose into the details of explaining you how the npm in production and development works. Okay, so this is why they are the same. They should not be the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so do you see that we have different CMD?
Yes.
And important also is that we have from base as prod and from base. So they both images, they start from the same base image,
From this one.
which is exposed to the same import. We have the same work there. And we also, I like to install the latest version of npm, that line. You could, no, that line, run npm install npm at latest -g.
Yeah.
No, above. Yeah, that one. No,
No,
below.
I'm still here, right?
Okay, that one. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So the cool part now starts when we take a look at the Docker compose files. Because that's new to me, but makes total sense. Because I have, I mean, in my Docker files I haven't built, or most of the time I just build one image, but it makes total sense to build two images here, like the prod and dev.
Of course, yeah.
And
of course, you need a reason.
Yeah.
For example, nodemon could be a reason because you want to use not. For example, to be honest, I'm not a super fan of this, but I like. For example, if you want to set up nodemon, of course, you in this case you don't want a nodemon in production, but you can use a nodemon in development. But you don't want to. You really don't want to have developers like creating just the application without Docker with the nodemon installed, and then you have to create the Docker from that. That's not how should our application behave. So basically, what we currently have should become docker compose.prod.yml. And we should create another Docker compose with the name docker-compose.yml. And important stuff here, if you know this, Stefan, I don't know if you know, is the target.
Yeah, exactly. I saw it.
That's super important because that means build the target multi-stage build dev from the Docker file. This is powerful.
Yeah, that's what I haven't seen or I haven't used so far, but that's very cool, man.
Yeah, only just one thing. Can you see that in the Docker compose.yml file we have a volume?
Oh yeah, here is the source and here is no volume.
That could sound really strange. It could sound strange because we are not using a DB here. The funny thing is that here we are using a volume, so a persistent data, to let nodemon see the difference on a file on our file system. Otherwise, it can't see that the files are different.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, we don't need this in production. Now, you could, every time you go in production on development, just remove the volume, remove the image. We have also the image that you see in the Docker Compose prod. We have the image Francesco X6 nodemon 001. We don't have this in development. We are just a nodemon because this is just for local purposes.
Yeah, this is for.
So here we have two ways. If you want just one Docker Compose file, we can just remember what we need to change, like change the target, develop the target of the build, change the image, delete the volume. But I would avoid this, with all my because if we do this, we will make mistakes for sure. I would definitely make some typos, and you know me. So, and also I think this could also a good occasion, a good situation where we could show that we can use different Docker Compose files in our project. Today I got this exact question on Twitter for a different question about Docker. I send this article that says, okay, this is article about something different, but here you can use different Docker Compose files.
Yeah, then let's do it, man. All right. So thanks for the introduction. Let's figure out how we gonna apply that. So what? So let's create two Docker files, right? I mean that's where or Docker files or Docker Compose files. I mean we need
Compose. We have just one Docker file with a
yeah, but we have two core, yeah,
and two Docker Compose files, which builds two different targets of the same Docker file.
Yeah. So let's have one production. We don't gonna change something here because that's the one we're gonna use in production. And
you can even use this in production and do a Docker Compose.dev if you want.
Yeah.
The Docker, what we're using now is a Docker Compose prod, basically.
Yeah.
Something which is production one.
Yeah. Good point. Let's change it. So we have the Docker Compose here that is, you know, we don't change something here. The only thing we need to change is here with the build, the context, and add the target production, right? That's the one thing we're gonna change later on in the Docker file.
Yeah, and also I remember that maybe you were using pgadmin.
Yes,
right?
I was using that.
For example, now whenever dependency development also Docker images. For example, pgadmin, we can add this just in the Docker Compose dev.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
If you want, I can say something in a minute.
Sure.
Docker as already something like this already working because it exists something which is called Docker Compose override. I don't know if you ever heard this.
No.
But if you have a file called Docker Compose override in your folder. Basically, first of all, it reads the Docker Compose, and then it reads the Docker Compose files.
Oh, that's cool.
So and for example, when you are in production, you can use a Docker Compose override to override some environment variables.
That's cool.
I don't know if this is what we have now, but
not sure. But that's really cool. That come really handy, man. But for now, let's. You know, so we can try it. I'm gonna remove pgadmin here so that we can see the difference later on in those two services.
Great.
So yeah, I changed, the only thing I changed in our production Docker Compose now is the build context and the target production. So let's go back in our dev version, and we need to change the target to dev. So these are the only two changes, basically the ones we need, right?
Yeah. Only if I can suggest something.
Sure,
change the image name in the Docker Compose dev. Without Francesco XX, because
let me see, where is it?
In the development one.
Yeah, this one here. Yeah.
So in the image, remove the tag in the NSP backend. I see with some delay.
You mean the container name?
The image in the Docker Compose.dev YML. The NSP backend.
Yeah, let me quickly change the so that you see my social.
Yeah, so basically we will have like a local image. We can also call this, I don't know, something like that.
You mean this one here, the image here?
Yeah, the image of the Docker Compose.dev.
I don't know. I could add just local, right?
For example, now that we have two different Docker Compose files, we could also have the environment variables for development, like with a dummy database, and then the production, the manager or the owner of the company can use the own. Yeah.
Okay, so I changed the name so that it has a clear distinction between the production file and the other one.
Perfect.
And I changed the target to dev now. So now comes the funny part, right? Adjusting the Docker file. Let's see. So what you did, let me check if I can apply what you did. So one thing is we changed the node version. Let's change the node version also to 16 because I saw that you're using Node version 16. Was it?
I will use the same version of Node if you want.
Okay, for this time, right? Yeah. Okay.
I think that we can leave this because I just wanted to try something new, just to look cool. I got some comments like, oh, Node Node 16, so this was a really word.
All right. Okay, I got it. So we have one here. That's the base image, and we call it also as base, like you did. And if I recall it correctly, the fun or the difference starts as soon as let me go back to the file here. So oh, you installed the yeah, exactly, got it. So let me quickly do a copy and paste here just to do some cheating. So we have here the production. So we extend from base as production. And I mean, do we need to install TS node? No, we have it in our dependencies already.
I don't know because I don't know because I had to do this because in my little project I had to install globally inside the container TS node. But
Okay,
maybe we don't need this.
Yeah, let's see if we need.
Yeah.
So I don't think so, but so, and one thing we can add here is the production flag, because you said you that's also one thing we can optimize,
not
of course. So so one thing we need is copy the source code, build the app. So we're gonna expose the port on top. I saw that you exposed the port and set the work there. You did that already also on top of your Docker file. We're gonna do this.
Do you wanna know something funny?
Yeah, sure.
This expose it's not needed. This expose is just to be clear in the Docker file, because if you do this in the Docker compose, you don't need to also say expose in Docker file. But I prefer to also write this down so it's clear to me which port I'm using when I see the Docker file. But it's not needed.
All right. I learned something again. So, but I know now why you installed the TS node, because it's for the command here where you want to say TS node and then. Because I've done.
If you see the CMD, you can also leave this because in the CMD I'm doing TS node and then the command. But we can do exactly what we were doing before. So also this.
This one here. Yeah, exactly.
Do the same stuff.
Yeah, you're right. So this should be the production stage now, and basically, I mean, it should work. Let's try this afterwards. So let's quickly jump in here and add the def.
We have to, just on a note, if you have two CMD commands in the Docker file, I think only the last one is the one which will get. I can't remember if it's the last one or the first one, but I think the last one. So
I also think it's the last one.
It's important,
to watch the order. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to check this, but I think it just uses the last one.
Yeah, me too.
And you should never add two CMD files in the same stage, of course, because we have different CMD. Okay.
Exactly. So what I change now is add again here is the other stage, the def, or the other image. It's not a stage, it's an image here. So the other image, the def one, I install also dependencies here in production mode, and here is just the def mode. I copy the source code, I build the app again, and we don't need to build the app in that stage. Yeah, that's the.
We need to build.
We don't need to, because we have nodemon doing it, right? So that should work actually doing that. Okay. Ooh, I'm super curious now. So guide me. How can I start this here? It's Docker compose.
Can you check also in the article, because maybe I made a typo. Maybe I've corrected that. Everything is written in the article.
Yeah, let me quickly fire it up.
I think that first of all, I think it makes you first of all do this with the nodemon with Docker in the article, and then without.
Yeah, so let me see. Where is my VS code? Yeah. So it's Docker compose up, then the Docker compose file, and in our case it's def, right?
It's like that above Docker compose -f, which stands for file. So when you do a Docker compose,
it's that one. Sorry.
You always use a file. When we don't do this, if you don't write -f Docker compose .yml, it uses the default one.
Yeah.
This is why you should name a file docker compose.yml when you just get started with a docker compose. Docker compose, I think that maybe the app, maybe this is the typo. The app should be after the -f. Sorry.
Yeah, then probably, yeah, then you got a typo in your article. I think.
Yeah, because I've added this. Yeah, -f because the app is at the end. Sorry.
Don't worry. So let's see if this works. So it's creating the social data dashboard network. That's a good one. That's, I mean, step one.
Yeah, I see with some delay, but let's see.
Oh, but yeah, I've shared the screen again with you.
When? On Skype?
Yes, I shared it with you on Skype again. You should see it in real time.
That's why I can see this. I can't find this, but
don't worry. I mean, it's still. Oh yeah, in the last couple of days, I removed a lot of my old images, so it needs to pull some of the images first.
Now I see this, Stefan.
All right, that's cool.
Okay, so, perfect. Now I can follow you. Okay,
all
so
right,
what
now
have you
can
done?
See when I do mistakes.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah. Of course, this was an article, but maybe at this point, maybe we could also have just tried it. First of all, Docker Compose build and then up, so to see. But it's the same.
Yeah. So it's downloading Node, and
basically,
now
when you do a Docker Compose up, what happens is that if it has already that image locally, it just uses that without rebuilding that. So the first time that you do a Docker Compose up, it also builds the image. The problem is that if you have already done this, if you do this again, Docker Compose up, as I do sometimes, it doesn't recreate the image because it already has this. So this is, for example, why I love so much the Docker Compose up --build. So I just rebuild every time without the need to think about, do I have already this on my machine or not?
Yeah, you kind of force Docker to rebuild it, even though it thinks it has cached everything in the layers.
Yeah, but of course, the first time that you have, if you don't have that image, I don't like, to be honest, this behavior, but this is how it is.
Yeah, sure. Oh no.
But what are you trying to do?
It's still installing. It's still installing. So what I did, or what we are waiting for, is I started the Docker Compose up build command with this dev version. So we're currently looking at the install.
A trouble with your network connection, it says.
Huh.
What are you doing, Stefan? Okay, let's do an interview. Welcome, hi Stefan. I'm looking forward to do an interview with you, Stefan, so much.
Yeah, I mean, anytime. So should I switch mode now?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's record this. I need to introduce someone.
Let me see. There appears. Okay, I'm gonna.
But it's still downloading.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure because we're live, man. I just double checked YouTube. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna rebuild it again. So probably
Are you watching some Traversi Media tutorial? No.
Yeah, on the side. No, I'm watching your tutorial on the side so that I see if something goes wrong.
Ah, you're cheating watching my video. No.
Of course, man. Of course.
Nice. Then in this case, I forgive you.
Whew. So yeah, probably next time I'm gonna download npm. I mean, all the packages we need first and cache it. So I mean, it takes some time. Never mind. So I'm gonna take this break while my system is taking care of fetching the packages.
If you wanna do in interview mode as you want, Stefan. But
yeah, let's see.
Let's see if we can get this done today, because if we have this, we can. I have to say that, of course, our application is way more complicated than my article, of course. But this maybe this will be a way better idea to do this in the beginning.
Yeah.
This is my fault because we have not decided to include the nodemon from the beginning. So of course now integrated this in an existing project with 5 different services and other stuff. It's not that easy, but it's still doable. I think.
Yeah, of course, it's doable. And now it says it's linking. Sorry, it's linking packages. I was just seeing if I can see something weird going on with the with my internet, but it doesn't look like there is a serious issue. But so, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take the chance to just say, hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on both Francesco's and mine channel, and check out our previous videos from the other episodes. You're gonna be entertained, I assure you. It's we had so much fun together.
What I really love of these live streams is that with less than 2 days of work, we have created a full application with API consuming a lot of stuff.
And you know, we built those microservices, right? This word everyone is using, we built microservices talking to each other.
Yeah, for the Twitter API client, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So you see, it has built the client. Now it's downloading Grafana because, as I said, I removed all the images from my machine. So that's why.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know that you can make a Docker compose pull to pull all the images defined in the Docker compose file?
Yeah. Next time I'm gonna do this before the stream. I forgot about it because I had to remove some files from my disk. Because I had so many old images sitting there doing nothing, and I cleared every one of them, and then we need to restart here from scratch. So now the one thing that is polling is the Node.js Twitter API service example that we built in another stream, where we show you how to use FeedHive's amazing Twitter API client to build an API client for Twitter. I mean, that's nice.
Yeah, and remember that the name of this series is not Twitter data dashboard, but it's social. So we will integrate as soon as someone makes his job at FeedHive, the integration with the LinkedIn. They are slow.
Yeah.
To be honest, on a serious note, it's not that easy. So I'm happy for Simon because it will be hard to copy this.
Yeah.
not happy for me, to be honest, but I'm happy for him. Yeah.
Yeah, I can only imagine it must be a diff. Oh, it's running. Oh, okay. Let's quickly check that. Let's see if that's a lie or not. So I remember it was localhost 2001 tweets, and then we were able to get wasn't it tweets? I don't know. What was the?
Go on a test endpoint. Don't mess up.
Yeah, the testing endpoint. Yeah. So it was just version. No, it was
dev/version.
Dev/version. Yeah, dev.
I like doing this because at least we can see that.
You see, the server is running, right? I'm gonna zoom in.
Is it run?
Yeah, and let's see what happens if we change the version here. I mean, we said that we're gonna need to. Oh yeah, let's go to the controller dev, and let's see if this works. Actually,
dev version.
Where is it here, dummy?
Yeah, please,
let's just add
Stefan, let's change this now.
Yeah.
Really high.
Yeah, let me see if it works first. So I changed something, and if I'm gonna refresh now, it still says dummy. So
wait. Let's see. It's reloading.
Wait a sec. Where is the log? So
you need to wait. I see stuff, but don't text it for the image.
Yeah, no, I have the. There was another.
Oh, so maybe I could know, but I think that something happened when you changed this. Yeah, if you stop
what
this.
Was it Docker compose log NSB backend? Yeah. Let's check out the logs. So it's. I mean here it says it's running. So nodemon was running.
Okay. But I'd like to see. Don't go on the Twitter. Let's stick on the dev version because otherwise it starts doing stuff with the DB, it starts running.
Yeah.
So if you go on the dev version, let's start this again from scratch.
All right.
Do we have? I think think that I know what's the problem, but let's try this again.
All right, so let me
So we need to
close
configure
everything.
what nodemon watches.
Ah, yeah, probably. So let me quickly check. So I said.
Oh, maybe do this, Stefan. Try to change something in the index.ts file, because maybe you are watching just that file now. just a letter.
Yeah. Let me see.
That's
So
it.
build.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh,
By the way,
yeah.
super interesting.
No, you know what most likely the problem is. Because I know that because I do this differently, and that's most likely the issue. So we need to nodemon JSON, because I know you copy everything and you handle what you don't need in the Docker ignore, and that's different here in that example. So I need to change that.
Because this is exactly. To be honest, this is one of the reasons why I like to have a copy dot and then the Docker ignore when I see what it's a different. You can do both ways. You can even just copy what you need, but you need to remember, and we forgot here.
That's what happened. I think
you copy everything, but you need to remember to add this on Docker ignore. So if you forget, you copy something that you should not. So there are different approaches.
Yeah, and I think that was the issue here.
It could be. Maybe because there you have the configuration.
Yes, exactly, and I think that's. And now I made a mistake because I added the nodemon before the install layer, and now it needs to install everything again.
I think it should work anyway, because that is just a file.
Ah, yeah, now it works. Now it works because it realized that it was cached already. All right, so it's there. It's starting it again from scratch. Let's see. That's. I mean, if that was the bug, then it was pretty easy to fix, actually.
Never say easy.
Not on a live stream. All right, so
okay,
it's starting. I mean, that's the PG admin. That doesn't matter.
Okay. So let's check again the version, but this should work.
Is it running already? Because I get now it says it didn't send any data. I mean, you also see that there is no log like hey I'm run. Oh, sorry, it took some time to start actually. All right. So let's refresh. Here now it says dummy version. Then index, right? Index. And let's change something. What should we change? Like
okay, so if we in the console log I'm running, let's change something here. But this is just a console log.
Yeah, but if we see
it should reload and log again.
Yes, exactly. But it does not.
I see a dev. What is this dev.ts file?
Which one?
I've seen a dev.ts file.
Ah, yeah, that was the controller for the dev.
That was the routes. Okay, so.
But it does not restart.
It does not restart. Okay, so. Okay, so let's check the folders that we are currently watching.
Yes.
Because that should be the problem. Are we using the legacy? Yeah.
Yes, we're using the.
Let's see here. Let's check here.
Legacy. Yeah, we're using the legacy.
This exec, I think, I'm not sure, but it should be the command with the nodemon executes.
Yes, exactly.
When it finds that a different file. So this should be the same. I don't know, like it should be the same.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Like the start, but it's a bit different.
No, it's the same, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's
different.
You are right. Yeah, but that was just the. Yeah, let's see. All right.
I don't know if that's correct or not. Let's see. But maybe it's correct because the nodemon is placed in another folder rather than a src file.
Ah, yeah. I mean, I quickly stop the services so I can restart it, and then we could just exec and go into the Docker image and check out if the files are where they're supposed to be. Maybe you're right. Maybe
what we could do, Stefan, is try to cut out the database, so we don't connect to the DB. I don't know if this is doable. We just run the Docker Compose app of our backend, but I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the nodemon then starts because let me quickly change that from forest to true. Not sure because they depend on each other, and I'm pretty sure that they're most likely being issued in. But let's see. So it's about. I mean, we have 9 minutes left to make this work. So a little thing here. So let's see. So it's running again. I'm running. I press the save and nothing really happens. So let's go into the Docker Compose or in the Docker image and check out. I always forget, is it Docker exec or?
But Stefan, are you rebuilding the image or not? Or are you just doing again Docker Compose app?
Oh, that would be frustrating, right? Let me check. Let me see. So stopping.
Because if you make changes, but if you just, as I explained before, if you don't go with this flag, it uses the existing image that has already been built.
Yeah, so I'm adding -- build here. Yeah.
That's it.
So that should work.
That's it.
Oh, you know what? Oh man, that's my fault. So what we're doing, because I was just watching here, we're copying the source file. I forgot to add the volume. So we're just copying.
Without the volume, it will never work.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean that's yeah. Nice. So let's go back to your tutorial because you covered it, and I forgot to take care of that as well.
Nodemon can't see, so this is exactly what would happen.
Yeah, I mean it's good that this happened, so we made our viewers aware of that.
To be honest, I've tried to do this without the volume in many ways because I wanted to avoid doing this, but I didn't find a solution. So, but this is fine.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that should be it actually. Yeah.
That's
all right. I mean, if that was the problem, then it's easy fixable.
Nice. Let's see that one.
All right, so we got this. 7 more minutes. We got this. All right, let's start it. I'm curious now. By the way, we're watching Elon Musk's tweet here. every every 6 minutes or something, or every 10 seconds? Not sure. Oh, now we got an error. Cannot find app source index tsx.
App source. So maybe I have a different working there. What it says app source, which is our
the work there is app. Yeah, exactly.
Which one is app? Can find app source index.
Shall we quickly jump into the image and see how our folder structure looks like? Because
you mean in the container?
Yeah. Sorry, the container. Is it exec?
You can do this if in the container is running. If the container is stopped,
it's running. Is it Docker exec? I always forgot it. And it's called, I think it's IT something. No.
Yeah, but you need to add the argument. Docker exec doesn't make you go inside the container even if this is just one of the most used cases. You need to add bash at the end, or bin bash, or sh.
Ah, yeah, exactly.
It makes execute a command inside the container. It's not just for bash. You can execute like ping, other stuff.
Yeah.
No, bash at the end. The command at the end.
Ah,
Exec the IT, the ID of the container,
and then
and
bash.
then bash. Or bin bash.
Yeah, I always forget that.
And now you are inside the container. Maybe. No, bash file.
Is it the right?
Because are you using an Alpine image?
Yeah, I think it's an Alpine image. Yeah.
So sh
Yeah.
instead of bash, because in the Alpine doesn't have bash.
All
This
right.
is one of the reasons why I don't like Alpine for the new ones, because they don't know what they are doing.
So
Okay.
yeah, you see the source is missing. Where is the source?
You are copying the source. This is why I like to just copy dot dot. But where is this? Can you go? But are you building the correct
I
one?
still need to copy it, right?
Of course.
So I mean, copying from source to source. But why? But shouldn't be there the volume?
Why do you go up one level when you copy the source? I don't understand this. But it's up to you.
Yeah, but
you are. Yeah.
Why isn't the volume there? Ah, is it in?
The volume is a mapping. To be honest, this is not a volume. This is a bind mount. A bound mount between the outside folder and the inside folder.
Yeah. So I found the issue. The problem is that we are in the app work there, and I forgot to map the code into the volume into that one. Okay, we got this. 3 minutes. We are getting there. Let's.
Should we put some music in background? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to ask you how you did that. But I.
Wanna know this? Do you wanna know every of my secrets?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I made this, but this is just for YouTube. So basically, you can use from the audio library. You can use some music. Okay, so just music like 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay. And then I just made a playlist with that music. And I use those on YouTube. Don't copy
cool.
No, but no, jokes aside, there are some services. See some problem here.
Yeah, it's still not copying correctly. Yeah, so there are some services where you can.
Yeah, but for now I do this for free because it's just on YouTube. So I take the advantage of making the live on YouTube. If I would go on Twitch, I'd go on Twitch one day. I'll use something different, something more cool, some lo-fi. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. So, but this time it's unfair because you see we're in the app folder. Here is the nodemon, and here's the source.
Can you go in the source? Can you do cd so?
And wait a sec, where is the source? Oh man,
we have Nana in the source.
You know, again, I did not copy the source folder because you said in the beginning that our folder structure compared to the one in your article is so different, and I didn't account for that. Yeah. So again, blame on me. Or the
no, it's this is normal because. To be honest, I don't think I'll change this article because this article is intended when you get started.
Yeah, that's my.
Of course, if you are already on a big project, let's say a medium project like us, you need to understand
what's happening exactly. Yeah, you're right. Okay, we get there. So it's starting again. And do you stream or do you use Streamlabs to stream the music in the background?
I think I added the wrong microphone. Perfect.
Really?
Maybe. Let's see. Maybe I added the wrong microphone. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, you sound different now, right?
The problem is that I haven't checked this. And
yeah,
but
I mean that
we need to check this every time.
Yeah, you said that, right? That it switches it sometimes.
to be honest, now I'll remove my webcam because I'm using also the GoPro, so I don't even using the webcam. That's connected, and it gets the microphone from there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you sound really, I mean, the sound of your voice now is really amazing. Can you say something just for me now?
I like you, Stefan, and I like your style.
That's gonna be my news voice tone. So let's quickly check that. So it's running again. I'm running now, and subscribe to Francesco's channel. Oh no, that doesn't work.
Okay.
Let's just do that here. And it works, man. You see, now nodemon is restarting.
Really?
And
Great.
yeah, and sooner or later we should now see I'm running. And we're just 1 minute after the hour. So that's, I mean...
Okay, so I think that for today is enough. Maybe we should check if it changes. Can you try to change something on another folder?
Yes, let me
just for fun. Of course, we will end the anyway, but just one there.
I want to check the version. So it should say here dummy. No, again, what should it say? Oh, it takes some time to restart, actually.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we have the Sequelize setup time, right? I mean, you see now it has restarted, and it had to go through the entire Sequelize setup thing. And this takes some time. So we probably should think about that, how to optimize that. So,
yeah.
I mean, it says here dummy version.
But is that working?
Yeah, let me quickly check that. So I changed now here the text from dummy to dummy version. And let's see if that works. So it will take some time to do the reload.
Okay, but is this reloading or not?
Yes, it is. You see here it says I'm running, and it also says here that. So this should work. I'm just waiting for one thing here, that it says that this new version comes up, and then we're gonna hit the stop button. And thanks for watching. Thanks for hitting the follow. Make sure you follow Francesco. Thanks for being here. Yeah, you see it restarted. Let's quickly check that last try. Where is it? Here is my browser. And now it should says here dummy version. If that works, we're done for today.
Perfect.
Let me
check. Stefan. Just in time.
Dummy version. Awesome.
So we have a development environment in our project, Stefan.
Finally. So after some streams now, we got it.
Yeah. If you want, we can use this, but maybe next time we will check if the Docker Compose Prod works, because this is what we want working, of course. Yeah. I can try to fix this if we want, or you can fix that. Yeah. I think that we still need to feed 6 something. Is that right? The node cron didn't work. Which was that?
Yeah, we had the caching issue, right? Remember that we had this issue that So we need to figure out that part. But you said that with the FeedHive client you can manage that. So I think it's just a matter of going there and change that.
Yeah.
All right. So
I think that we are done for today.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Thanks for being here, my friend. We hopefully see us live soon. Yeah. Let's see. And enjoy your evening, man.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Anytime. Bye. See you next week.
See ya.